To build better teams, strengthen any group, and rescue castaway relationships, you got to go all in with your questioning and double down on your doubt. Extra, extra, newsflash here, people. Most folks don't quit because of their job. They quit because of their boss. Nearly 3/4 of employees say that they quit because of their boss, not their job. Wow. More than half of all American workers say they're disengaged at work. I'd say double wow, but it's like half of employees, so that's like 50% that are disengaged. So is that like a double wow or like half a wow? What's the math on that? So I'm asking you, are you really working where and doing what you really want today? Were you really excited for the chance to be at work today? Does your work really act excited like it wants you there? Does work seem like it's too old school and really just looks at humans, as a tool? Are there any new tools out there that show us how systems are nothing without the people that they really should be designed to serve, which is you? Does the human, the person, really need to change first to fit the group and fill that gap? Or do organizational systems need to shift to be seen more as people systems? Can I answer this really well myself? Can it be that the best questions really are our answers? Our answers. Yours and mine. And even theirs. You know, them over there at that table at the other end of the room. And it's time for another unbuckled, bumpy ride with your guide, the stark raving LEAN-atic himself. I'm Jim. Let's jump right in again. Welcome to my podcast based on my brand new book, available on Amazon, Live Life Lean, L-E-A-N. It's a year-long guide to gratitude and our daily grind. The book that combines some timeless wisdom from a whole lot of the world's wiser people with the reflections, reactions, and wisecracks of the guide's author, me. And it guides you, the reader, through the simplest system for a happy, healthy, authentic, and genuinely grateful everyday experience. I urge you to get the book. Of course I do. I wrote it. It's either at Amazon or at my website, ammp-it.com, A-M-M-P-U-R-A-G-E. But even without it, let's make next week better than last, our next year better than the past, and get started now with today's episode of... You ever had a job before? You ever had a boss? You ever been one? You ever been hired or fired before? Have you ever just thought that when it comes to work, there has got to be a better way to get things done? You know, to do things together without having to overhaul all the policies and all the procedurals, adapt to all the personalities and all the politics. Have you ever asked yourself that? Have you ever asked anyone for that? Well, if so, what did you find? What did you get? Nothing much, huh? Well, if not, would you have preferred a simple solution? You know, an easy-to-like solution? Maybe a fun one? If you found one like that, one that got employees really engaged on all levels, all kinds of engaged, do you even know what you'd do with it when you found it? Well, it's time to know the answer to that last one, to that last question, because bing, 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 you found it. You just found what makes working with others better together, better in any group. David Ogilvy, the father of advertising, he once said that where people aren't having fun, they seldom produce good work. So, our work is made its best when we're engaged, enjoying it, and we're having fun. Our work is made its best by a game, by playing a game. Not playing around at work, playing a specific game that makes us all more willingly engaged teammates rather than feeling like shanghaied shipmates with some whip cracking nearby in order to keep us all rowing somewhere that we're told we want to arrive at. But see, when we all row that boat like we belong on it, like we bought our own ticket to be there, when we row like we know the person next to us and the person clear across the deck from us, we know that we all have that one special thing in common. That's when we're brothers and sisters on that boat. All because we played a game at work. But a game? Come on. Some folks don't even like games, or so they say. But we're also different too. And those people, they don't understand the pressure that you're under, do they? And then there's that department. Well, they don't have a clue what it takes to do what you do, or even just be you. And that manager, they've let more of your talent slip through the cracks than most of your coworkers even have talent. Am I right? I mean, come on. Coworkers enjoying being at work with coworkers? Sometimes they just feel like, I don't know, they feel like a strand of old Christmas lights, right? Like Christmas lights. Well, they hang together. Half of them don't work. And the other half, well, they're not very bright. Is that how it can seem and feel? Come on. How can playing some game make us more willing workmates when it just sounds and seems like we've got, I don't know, not enough in common to commune together playing some dumb game? Yep, that was me. Honestly, in my corporate days as management for at that time, the then exploding Starbucks Corporation, and back when managing cutting-edge high-fitness facilities back in the Bay Area of Northern California, that was my thing. Well, my mentality then was just, leave me alone, let me work. I'll get my grind on, let everyone else keep up. I won't hold anyone down, but don't slow me down with concepts like play. Hell, I liked work. The more, the better. That's kind of a sick-minded mother, huh? But not everyone thinks like I do. Thank God. And not everyone thinks alike. Thank God. And that is exactly the value-added benefit of playing one specific game. The one that ends up onboarding more people with their own walk-on willingness without regrets or resentment, and ends up rewarding them with kick-ass teamwork results. Yeah, a game does that. It's not your tired old, I tried it already, team building tactics, huh? Team building, team strengthening, relationship building, it doesn't always have to come through a stereotypical, motivating, Machiavellian, Svengali, lingo-launching leader with some contrived consensus. But it can come through commonly real, organic commonality. The kind of commonality that we may have never known that we shared, because we didn't ask. That's how groups get together. That's how tribes try to trust. And that's how cliques cut through some serious crap. And that's how, by playing a game at work with workers, just the right game, together at work can pull back the curtain so everyone gets to see just what the wizard has back there. And now, everyone feels like they're equally entrusted as team partners in the secret sauce. But when kept from the secret, they're just swept up in doubt. The wrong doubt. The dumb kind of doubt. Well, what do I mean? Oh, do you doubt me? Well, good. It's about damn time. I started this off saying to double down on your doubt. But doubt is not a negative, not in real relationship and in team strengthening. Doubt is natural. It's organic, it's real, and it is really valuable. A lot more valuable to progress than pumped up and primped up and prettied up pretend rah-rah. You know about just prettying something up and expecting to convince folks it's something that it's not? Like using lipstick on a pig. It's pretty, but it's pretty much still just a pig. So, is playing some game really gonna make all that much teamwork difference? Now that is healthy doubt. And across other cultures, doubt is just an accepted way to politely Ask a question. The use of doubts to mean questions as far away as India or Spain or Portugal, it's not insulting. It's actually inviting. For example, saying, tengo una duda. Tengo una duda means I've got a doubt. And when you say that when putting up your hand, it's a common way to just ask a question in class. Doubt is used in terms of clarifying questions. And come on, we all know that we experience doubt in our workplace. And it's not that much fun. But it can be. It can be if who we aim our doubt at is ourselves. And that is what that one special game, when played at work, does to build teamwork. If you've ever been hired or fired yourself, or hired or fired anyone like yourself before, you know that teamwork is a crucial component in our satisfying work experience. You know, you've heard those stats, you've heard them all about how important employee engagement is. How more than half of all American workers these days say that they are disengaged at work. And, interestingly enough, how 45% of employees believe that they've gained weight at their current job. Interesting. As a trainer, I find this very unsettlingly statistically. You've heard how workers who feel that their input is encouraged and how it's appreciated, that they're 4 times as likely to be more productive. Have you also heard how nearly 80% of employees value how they feel in their workplace so much that they say they would refuse a higher paying job from a company that failed to act against a harassing environment? You know these numbers. But do you know why playing a special game makes the difference? Well, I hope you know. And still, I hope you don't. I hope you don't know. Because then, you'll have to ask. And that's where the magic of team management and this one special game come into play. The great Robert Frost once said that the brain is a wonderful organ. It starts working the moment you get up in the morning, and it does not stop until you get into the office. Yes, Robert Frost said that. But is it true? And if so, if it is true, is it just because we feel we face more important, valuable questions at home than at work? Ouch. For businesses, the best questions demonstrate 2 things. First, a knowledge of the value of the best purposeful, precision business questions. That the asking in itself is a worthwhile solution. You know those questions. The ones that fulfill not only their own purpose of seeking a specific solution, but that by being asked, they actually lay the groundwork for more such valuable questions. Like asking, am I okay with not knowing and not having the answer in this situation, and with others around me knowing that? And like asking, am I okay with a leader who doesn't know? But also questions with an appreciation of the value of preserving a business's best quality. It's people. It's people as individuals, not just interchangeable tools in the toolbox. We each have one truest instinctive tendency in our daily grinds, and it is by bringing one specific game actually into the workplace that maximizes the purpose of people and the purpose of groups and creates community in a way nobody has ever asked before. Not through coercion, but through eye-opening commonality. Every play of this game is a win. And every play of this game is a window into those we think we know so much about. No doubt. No doubt, the more our teams know how much their teammates value them, the more work gets put out. All because of play. Of playing one specific game. I don't know everything about your reality, but as this game's creator, I do know things nowadays are really kind of divided. And that leaves folks genuinely disengaged. Maya Angelou taught us that we have more in common than we have that divided us. Doesn't always seem that way, does it? I believe there's nothing so wrong with us in this great nation of ours, nothing so wrong that it can't be fixed by what is right with us. But what is right with us? Our right to ask and our right to doubt. What is right is our ability to ask for a safer, stronger, smarter workplace where there just has got to be a better way of getting things done together. We are safer when we listen and we are strongest when we share, but we are our smartest when we ask. I'm going to wrap this up now and say that again. We are safer when we listen to one another, and strongest when we share, but we are smartest when we ask. Ask what? Ask your team to bring on board the game known as ammp-it. A.m.m.p. ammp-it. Asking makes me powerful. And don't you doubt it. And now, instead of more words of wisdom from the usually quoted Live Life Lean Guide, we're going to sample one question from the ammp-it Big Game. A random draw brought me. What's the toughest responsibility that you really wish you sometimes didn't have to face just because it's so hard? Would you say it's partnership or marriage? Would you say it's parenting? Would you say it's changing who you are? Or would you say it's not letting the world change who you are? Now that you've thought about that for yourself, think about your boss. How would they answer? There's only one way to find out, and you can contact me at LEAN-atics.com, and I'd gladly answer any and every question that you have about ammp-it. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying your copy of the Live Life Lean LEAN guide, enjoying it almost as much as I did creating it. And if you don't have a copy yet, go on over to ampurage.com or Amazon and get started today experiencing the amazing power of knowing every day is literally yours to be grateful about, and you need never feel unfulfilled again. I'm Jim Hall, and until next time, good health, God bless, and now go get a little dirty learning something new, earning what's not given to you, adding to this crazy world that we share, and navigating your way to something new and next.